Well, welcome back to Summit, everybody. My name is Mark. We're taking a look at the 29th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Why? Oh, why do we have the Bible? Well, people say, well, it's basic instructions before leaving Earth. B-I-B-L-E. No. They say it's the Bible it teaches you how to live. No, the Bible actually teaches you how to die. How to die to your sin, to your selfishness, to the world, to live for heaven. Why do we have the Bible? Well, it's God's love letter to us. Yes, it is. It's a great family heirloom. Absolutely it is. It teaches us how God thinks and breathes and moves. Yes. It teaches us how we're supposed to respond to God and his call. Absolutely. You know why else? The Bible helps us on our daily walk. Now, certainly the sacraments, absolutely daily bread, do the exact same thing. The Bible, apart from the sacraments, helps us on our daily walk. It helps us to persevere. Perseverance is a really tricky, important thing. Perseverance means that even in the face of difficulty, you keep moving forward, always forward. That even when things don't go your way, even when storm clouds come, and they will, even when you have enemies all around you, and there will be, even when you feel like you are alone, that God is with you. God's walking with you. He never abandons you. But we learn from the characters in Scripture, even though they're failed, even though they're sinners, these men and women in Scripture, no one's perfect. But we learn from them, from the older brothers and sisters of the faith, both the heroes and the villains, what it takes to persevere and what it takes to follow God or to turn our back on God. In this gospel, we're going to hear about the persistent widow. Now, this is one of those gospel stories I always struggle with because it seems like she's nagging. I mean, she's nagging the judge. But you know what we learn? We learn that because of her persistence, because she is just so dead set on this, that she keeps going and she's persistent, she doesn't give up. And eventually, because she does not give up, she does not quit, that the judge is gonna rule in her favor. He's gonna honor her because of her persistence. The same way that you might pray for the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. But God honors persistence. God honors us bringing our requests to him. Doesn't mean we're always gonna get the result we want, but that God does listen to the prayers of a persistent heart. You're gonna hear in the first reading, Moses is going to get very tired. It says when his arms are up, that his warriors, his troops are going to be winning the battle, and his arms fall down because he's tired, that all of a sudden they're going to lose. So he's going to have help from his brother and his friend to hold his arms up. But he's going to be persistent. They're all going to be persistent. The three are going to come together as one and be persistent and fight through the hardship. And it's this great, very practical image, very practical story about what it takes, right? That's going to be tiring to follow God sometimes. You're going to be tired, you're going to be fatigued, and that's okay. And that's why accountability and friendship and people who walk with you are so important in the Christian walk. You can't walk this walk alone. You need community. You need people in your youth group, in your home, in your school, at your job, in your neighborhood, in your parish. You need people who are going to walk with you, hold you accountable, lift you up when you're too tired to walk on your own. And last, we're going to hear from 2 Timothy, this great charge from St. Paul to Timothy. Timothy's a young bishop. And Timothy is kind of intimidated because he's got all these people around him who are older and who are more learned, and he's really freaked out about it. And St. Paul's going to say to him, listen, be persistent. Persistence, right? Perseverance, persistence. Be persistent. Encourage through all teaching, right? Whether it's convenient or inconvenient. Convince, reprimand, encourage one another. This is really important. These are like these parting words from St. Paul at the end of 2 Timothy. He's trying to remind him, listen, you're going to have hard days. Things aren't always going to go your way, but you have to be unwavering. You've got to be persistent. You've got to keep going, whether it's convenient or inconvenient. Don't stop. The same way that Aaron and Hur were saying, don't stop to Moses. Well, lift your arms up. We can do this together. The same way that persistent widow in the gospel keeps going back and keeps going back until finally the judge finds in her favor. My brothers and my sisters, the Christian life is not easy. It's a walk. And God sends people into our lives to walk with us. And he's going to send you and other people's lives to walk with them. The key is to keep moving forward. Always forward, never back. That's what the Bible teaches us as we journey closer to God and closer to our home in heaven.